Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you a little haul I got from Doodlebugs WA, which is Washington. And the first set here is the Bubbles of Joy. Almost forgot what it's called, can't quite see it. I was using the die set behind it to be able to kind of see what it was named because you can read that one better. And I know that we all appreciate these glue dots now so that we don't have to pick glue off the back of our dies. And then the Scripty bubble sentiments that kind of go with it. I thought those were super cute. So I finally caved and got these two sets. And I'm also going to show you how I store these and put them away. And then this set was chosen by my Easter egg hunt winner. Her Instagram is kenchi.school. I will link her Instagram down below, or Chisha, and she chose that one. So I'm going to ship that to her myself. I offered her a gift card, but it wasn't really going to work out for her in India. So I'm going to ship that stamp set over to her as a prize. And then I absolutely had to have at least 2 of the 6x6 Fairy Garden pads, the newest release from Doodlebug Design. And then I thought I would be able to make some cute kind of little girl cards for donation purposes. So I got this set here. You can pause and look at all the little pieces that are in there. They have a lot of pieces to them. I didn't get the chit chat portion because I wanted to use kind of like my own stamped sentiments. I feel like the odds and ends and the chit chat together are a little bit much on a card, especially with the pattern paper as well. So hopefully I get around to making some adorable cards. And I will walk you through this paper pad because it is just too cute. And you've got some suns on the back of that first page. And then this, I cannot get over this page. This is pretty darn cute. Lots and lots of rainbows. And then we've got some rainbow hearts, and then this plaid, which is very reminiscent of some lawn fawn plaid. And then the side I probably won't use because I don't do a lot of scrapbooking, which is kind of what that's for, but super cute. My favorite things about you. And then ladybugs, which you could definitely pair with like the lawn fawn ladybug set. And then this one, which is a little bit harder for me to use. If you have an idea for how to use pages like this, feel free to let me know down below. And then we've got some rainbow dots. And then mushrooms, because wow, how would it be fairies without mushrooms? That just became a thing. And some flowers as well. And then a super cute background that can actually be very non-fairy, but for an encouraging card with a lot of encouraging sentiments. And then this, I think those are like really tiny flowers. And then again, another page that's kind of more for scrapbooking. Probably won't use it, but pretty cute. And then fireflies. And I don't know if Lawn Fawn has a firefly stamp. I'm sure they do. I might even have it. Is it in the bug set? You could make with that background. And then we've got a good cloud background you could use as kind of a sky. Some more flowers, some rainbow stripes, some bees, and then like honeycomb background. And this background here, I love these kinds of backgrounds with the darker color on the lighter color, but all the same color, if that makes sense. I think these are tiny diagonal dots. And then all the bugs and the mushrooms. Some more plaid. And then all of the fairies and their animal friends. Very busy background. I find it hard to use these backgrounds, so if you know of a good way to use them, like on a card, feel free to let me know. And then it starts over. So I was actually, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought it was going to keep going because I was like, there's an awful lot of different patterns here, but you get 2 of every front and back page. So those are them. I was trying to remember when or where I saw the big rainbow dots, and it was there, and my camera kind of went in and out of focus. Sorry about that. And then, just as a side note from Amazon, I got this off-brand Atg Gun Tape, basically. There are several more. I just wanted to show you what one of them looks like. I haven't used them yet, but I'm hoping that they function better than Scotch's own refills, which sometimes if you have one of these guns and you've bought their own refills, you know that sometimes halfway through it's folded in on itself and it's just not fixable or repairable, and you use a lot of tape or waste a lot of tape, I guess. So I wanted to see if the off-brand ones work. So we are going to put these stamps away. We're going to want 2 sleeves, which are these ones here. I will link these down below because I got them on Amazon. They're 5 3/4 by 7.5 size-wise. So we have 2 of those, and then I took a piece of cardstock I just use for cards and cut the one sheet to 5.5 by 7 1/4, and there's a little excess left of one sheet. And then 2 magnet sheets, and I will link these down below as well, that I got on Amazon. The cardstock is just the Michaels 110 pound cardstock. It's the same cardstock I use for cards. So I'm going to slide the 5.5 by 7 1/4 into the sleeve. How easily or not easily they go into the sleeve kind of keeps changing, which is really weird, which must mean that the sleeves aren't maybe all exactly the same size, but that's fine. So these ones had a little more wiggle room in there. They were easy to slide in. And then I take the stamp set out and toss the shell. I don't need it. Put it in there with the flap tucked into the front side so I can get it out easily. And then we take the dies, which Lawn Fawn only has one more step to go by separating the dies for us, and the glue dots were a great changeover from the tape strip where we were picking stuff off of our dies. And at this point, if you do want to cut them apart, go ahead. I don't have the mental capacity today to do that, so I'm just going to stick them to whichever side is the magnet once you figure that out, and then slide those into the back. And I usually end up cutting, unless have enough energy that day, I usually end up cutting apart what I need when I need it. I really don't like cutting tiny pieces of metal. It's not my favorite thing. So I'm hoping Lawn Fawn, since I purchase a lot of Lawn Fawn more than any other company, I hope they start separating their dies for us. That would be great, because I'm tired of hurting myself cutting sharp metal. So I'm trying to push the paper down so it looks better. Okay, so we've got our sets in their sleeve. And now we need to, I'm going to turn these upside down because that's how I'm going to put the labels on them. We need to type in Lawn Fawn. Remember what the stamp set is called. Type that in, Bubbles of Joy. Then I'm just going to go ahead and type another with a couple spaces so I can trim them. Lawn Fawn, and then Scripty Bubble Sentiments. Scripty Bubble Sentiments. Which ends up being, these come out pretty large. I'm always surprised, which is fine because that's how I prefer it. But I'm always surprised how tiny the font is on some people's labels on their stamps. I'm like, how do you read that when you're flipping through your collection and you're looking for a certain set, if you're just looking by name, if you happen to remember what it is. Some of these labels I'm seeing are so tiny I wouldn't be able to read it. So my font is probably very large compared to other people's, but that's fine. It helps me identify things. And I don't think I've changed the font or anything about it since I bought this label maker. I just turned it on and used whatever it was set to. So there's that. So now we are going to trim apart our labels, and then we are just going to put them on upside down because it's easier to look at where you're lining it up so it looks straight. So we'll trim off the ends, and then we will trim off a lawn fawn, and then bubbles of joy, and then another lawn fawn, and then that one. And I'm going to hold these down to see if they are going to run into each other. Because if they did, which I end up not trimming it, it's fine. I do have to fix how I stick it down though, because I put them too close together. But I would trim off the word sentiments and put that below. I'm fine with that if it were too long. But if they don't overlap each other, then I don't really care. So I'm going to stick these down, and just basically I'm lining it up with the white cardstock so that I can always read it. I don't want it too high on the plastic. So we've got that one. And then I'm going to stick down Lawn Fawn first, which I probably should have done the long name of the set first because I put this too far over. And then I'll end up picking up the Lawn Fawn, but it works out fine. They're pretty sticky, but you can also pick them up and move them if you do it relatively quick. So we will scrape up the Lawn Fawn here and fix that. And then we will have our stamp sets put away. So I will link everything down below. If you want anything I have linked, I will link Doodlebug's Wa down below so you can shop with her. If it's your first time, my link will get you 15% off and it'll get me some points. So I will put all that down below, and thank you for watching today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.